Hello and welcome to another edition of Workforce Watercooler. My name is Leslie. Joining me is a very special guest, Mr. Ivan Sanchez. I am very happy to have you here with us today, Ivan. The reason Ivan is joining us today for Watercooler is he is part of a program with My Workforce Future, and they are doing a project where interns like Ivan create websites for nonprofits at extremely low cost. I mean, extremely low cost. And the reason we've got Ivan, and the reason we're talking about this is because Ivan is from South Central Kentucky, our region, and the nonprofit that you just completed a website for is also located in South Central Kentucky. So we wanted to take the time to highlight Ivan, Commonwealth Coders, Live the Proof, which is the nonprofit that you work with. So Ivan, I know I've thrown a lot at you. Give us a little bit of your background, and then we'll dive into the website itself.
Well, hello and good morning, everyone. My name's Ivan. I was actually originally from Southern California and just moved out here to just give my family a change of pace. And while I briefly worked out here at a call center, unfortunately, that call center job, the contract ended up terminating after 6 years, and I found myself unemployed again. But in my research, I came across Commonwealth Coders of Kentucky, which is a 16-week course that just gives you a bunch of information and a lot of knowledge on where to pursue this type of career.
All right, so it's like a web development and online web development training class.
Correct.
Okay, so you went through Commonwealth Coders, you graduated from that program, and then were approached by the team with My Workforce Future, and they said, hey, would you be interested in doing an internship program where you can create websites for nonprofits?
Correct.
So the nonprofit that Ivan started with, tell us about that.
Well, the nonprofit I was fortunate to working with is Live the Proof, and they're based off of Franklin, Kentucky, where they focus on feeding the less fortunate or people that are just honestly just struggling to make ends meet. They have a bunch of services that they're able to assist the community with. They're a wonderful nonprofit organization that is there to help out the community.
All right. Well, why don't you, if you can you pull up their website and just sort of walk us through like the different pages and what they look like? Because it's my understanding Live the Proof did not have a website before. Is that right?
Correct.
Okay. So you've got a nonprofit that doesn't have a website, and for a lot of nonprofits, that's something that is almost a have to kind of thing. You know, if they don't have a website, that might raise red flags like, is this legit? Which they absolutely are. But they did not have that through a website. So you created one.
Correct.
All right. Well, let's see what you got.
All right, let me pull up the site right now. So as of now, this is what the site looks like for them.
All right. So Live the Proof, and then so very cool logo, and then Donate now. So if you click donate now, what happens?
It will take you to their donation site, which takes you directly to the PayPal. So
Okay.
as long as you click on this, it'll take you directly to the site to make a donation or contribution to Live the Proof.
Okay. Which I would think is a nonprofit, and they're trying to provide food and clothing and shelter and all these different services. I would think that donations are, desperately needed. So having that feature right there, it would be huge in my opinion. All right, then you've
Uh,
got the photo gallery. Tell us about some of these pictures. And there's a black box on my screen. I don't know what that is. Do you see it?
I don't see a black screen or a black
Okay,
box.
maybe, yeah, maybe it's just on my screen.
Okay, well, with the photo gallery, I was fortunate to attend one of the events, so I really wanted to make sure I was able to capture the atmosphere, the community, and the people that are not taking advantage but are using these resources to try to get back on their feet.
Right. So there are lots of people in the Franklin community, Simpson County area that are utilizing the resources that Live the Proof provides. And
Correct.
it looks like a lot of your pictures are connected with food. Um, so they have, am I right? They have a cafe and also a grocery.
Oh, correct. They offer several services. I believe on Tuesdays and Thursdays they offer the cafe, and on Tuesday mornings from 10:30 to about 12 they offer a pay what you can type of cafe. So whatever you're able to contribute or assist with, it'll go back into helping out Live the Proof maintain the open doors.
Okay, very cool. All right, scroll on down. Let's see what else you got here. So this is all on the home page. All right, so it all started with Tammy and Tammy McCory. He's I believe his title is Executive Director of Live the Proof. And his story is just unbelievable. I mean, I was blown away. So I'm just going to read these first few lines. So it all started with Tammy, 20 years strung out on crack, in and out of prison, homeless for 10 years, lived under a bridge for 5 years, in and out of treatment centers. So that was Tammy's background. And he was able to, through faith and perseverance and the help of others, he was able to come out of that. And now he is working to help others do the same. So, incredible story. And I think it's cool that you added his information at the beginning, because to me it gives context for here's why this organization was even started. You know, here's how this all came about. All right.
Correct. And if you ever meet Tammy or come across him, it's good to pick his brain too. Like the story he has, he's just a wonderful person. So if you ever come across him, just make sure you say hello, wave at him, say something to him. He's a really cool guy.
Very good. All right. So how it's grown. So scroll on down. Let's see. So you've got mention of the different services they provide. And this is a very cool photo. Did you take this one, Ivan?
Yeah.
Yeah, so very cool photo that shows, this is like what they're taking into their grocery, and then also using for when they prepare meals as well.
Correct. I think all this produce is collected from a local, I think, either Mennonites or Amish or just different services. but it's all really good produce that's locally grown too.
And I notice in the how it's grown, they volunteers gather from local grocers and farmers through the Feeding America program, and food is brought to the cafe to supply a free grocery store or use in future meals. So, everything is put to use.
Oh,
Nothing,
perfect.
nothing is wasted.
No.
All right. So if you would scroll back up to the top there, what else do we have?
We have, well, I try to make sure that I was able to capture all the services they might need just to have it in the list and the navigational bar. So the second page we're going to look into is services, which has a list of, again, all the services they're able to provide throughout the
Mm-hmm.
week, whether it's a free grocery store, the hot meal on a
Mm-hmm.
Tuesday or Thursdays, where they share their big news, the health fair that they offer, which in case you need like just a regular checkup or any more like detailed information on where to get health services, they offer that type of information too. They have businesses come in here.
Mm-hmm.
I can't. Oh, okay. And they also have a drop-in center.
And that's where people can go to get cleaned up, have Wi-Fi service, a place to go. And I know it says it's open Monday through Saturday from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. And so again, you're able to find out more about all these different programs and also transportation. So very, very good job, very thorough in sharing what services they have. All right. So, and again, at the bottom of each page, you've got the donate now, and again, that's critical for this organization, just so they can continue doing what they're doing.
Correct.
All right. So let's see. So we've gone through services. You've got a calendar, stories. What do we have there?
Under stories, we have a couple of success stories.
Mm-hmm.
Which right now we have the story of Tammy. So it gives another little brief description.
Mm-hmm. All right.
And
And
then
then,
Shannon, another story, another success story in the process.
very good. And I mean, to me, these kinds of things, um, they really speak to me, because seeing a person and hearing the story, it makes it so much more real.
Correct.
It really has an impact. So very good to add those in. And then, um, if you would scroll back up to the top, we've got again donation. You're telling people how they can donate, and it's not just the donation button through PayPal. They can donate actual items, and
Correct.
you're giving specifics on that, which I think again is extremely important. And then at the very top, what's that? I think it's the last tab you have. No, you got volunteer.
Correct. So we have a little section where, in case you want to volunteer and sign up for it, we have a fill out application here that will be
Mhm.
directly sent out. So you'll be able to get a response, I think in 48 hours.
Okay. And if you would scroll back up to there you go. This blew me away. It takes roughly 14 volunteers on Tuesday and 6 volunteers on Thursdays to run smoothly, to cook, to food prep, to serve, to put the items out for the grocery. That's a lot of people. So
Uh,
I would imagine that they desperately need volunteers.
Correct. I believe I went on a Tuesday and saw them at work, and it just blew my mind how efficient everyone was, how organized everyone was, and how everyone just stayed to the task and made sure that everyone was being helped. I was blown away by it.
Well, and I think it's very cool in designing a website for this nonprofit. You actually visited the nonprofit in person, and I think that sense of who they are really comes through with this website. You get a sense of their mission and the people they're helping, and I think and you used photos that you took. It really, to me, it's exceptional. I think it looks good as a website, but it also appeals to me on a much deeper level as well. And so the last tab, I think, is contact. So again, that just gives you more information on how to contact. If you would just go back to the home page,
Of course.
there you go. Um, when you designed this visually, um, what were you going for? Like with the colors and photos, and because to me it has a very bold look.
Yeah. So I wanted to make sure that emotionally it was captivating, and I felt like the black and white images sort of did that without being bombarded by all this color. The orange, I wanted to keep it simple with the logo, black and white imagery, just with enough accent to the page, but not just enough color to not distract you throughout the page. I want to really make sure that the message of the pictures to really drive in that they need donations in order to just live the proof growing and expanding into further services.
Right, and the orange sort of, if you can scroll up just a little bit more, the orange is sort of a callback to the colors in their logo as well. It shows it it ties it, but I agree. To me, there's something about black and white photos that to me make me want to look longer. They really draw my eye in. And this first image, which again, um, exceptional job, because I know you really put some work into finding what's going to be the best initial image for this website. And this is a powerful image in and of its own. The two hands, and one hand you can tell is helping the other up, and that mimics the logo as well.
Correct.
So I mean, that's hats off to you because it looks awesome.
Thank
It
you.
looks awesome. Um, I've talked with folks from Live the Proof, and they're thrilled. I'm excited to see how their organization grows. And, there's power in having a website. And there's even more power in having a great looking website that's functional.
Yeah.
And, that's what you did. I mean, Ivan, you did something that so many people, they have no clue where to begin. So about how long did it take you to get this project complete from start to finish?
Oh, it's a good question. I mean, there was a lot of endless nights of being up trying trying to figure everything out. I want to
But like total,
say,
was it a couple months, 2 or 3 months total?
yeah, I believe it was about 2.5 months, if I'm not mistaken.
So, again, a relatively short time frame for a very strong product. And as I mentioned before, and you can turn off the screen share. As I mentioned before, this is a program that is through it's a group called My Workforce Future, and they try to help Commonwealth Coders graduates um, build their portfolio, gain experience through an internship program. And I just think it's very cool that they are starting this internship program by creating websites for nonprofits. And, it's not us, so I can't speak for them, but I know I feel at liberty enough to say that it is at an extremely, extremely, extremely low price. I don't think I'm exaggerating when I say that.
Oh, not at all.
Yeah, so I think nonprofits in Kentucky, um, I'm all for nonprofits in South Central Kentucky. I think that it's a tremendous opportunity. But I appreciate you taking the time to share the website, give us some insight into how that was created. And I'm excited to see what happens not only for Live the Proof, but I'm excited to see what happens for Ivan Sanchez, because I have a feeling that you're going to do big things.
I'm gonna try to, and I will. And I want to say thank you for the opportunity in this too.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. Well, thank you, Ivan. And for those watching, please be sure to catch us next time on Workforce Water Cooler. Thanks again.
Have a good one, guys.